overnight growing outrage in Minneapolis over the death of a black man in police custody. Thousands of demonstrators taking to the streets, chanting, "I can't breathe," while demanding justice for George Floyd.
We're at such a pivotal moment in history, right? And it's so important that we're listening to one another. So while I was reading this book by Malcolm Gladwell called The Tipping Point, in it he talks about connectors. And their strong suit is connecting with people. Because they've worked lots of different jobs, those worlds begin to collide. And their strong suit is making those worlds collide. And so for us, I think it's so important that we think about our circles and who we are connected to. How diversified are our circles and the people that we connect with on a daily basis? I think about my Instagram feed and how I've perfectly curated it to pay attention to people that I want to pay attention to. But for me, because I've done lots of things, there's lots of people that I'm following who have different perspectives. I would argue that we're in this moment right now, and there's lots of opinions, but people who don't really gel with or aren't agreeing with what we're doing with Black Lives Matter is because their circles haven't been diversified. They haven't had to hear the stories of mothers, Black mothers who fear for their children, their Black boys especially, in their lives as soon as they walk out of the door. They haven't had to hear those stories before, because if you did, I don't think that you could hear anything other than Black Lives Matter. You would understand the argument. And so, my question to you is this: who are you following? Who are you paying attention to? Because it's up to you and I right now to make sure we're listening to those whose stories are different from us, especially those in the Black community, because we have some stories that we could tell y'all for days. And this is something that we are taught from when we are this big, when we are little. And we have to somehow wrap our minds around the fact that people don't like us just because of the color of our skin. And so, how can you and I make sure that we are following people who are different from us? Because we can learn so much from one another just by simply sharing space and sharing food and fellowshipping with one another. It's up to us to follow those who are different. So I'll leave you with this question: who are you following?